Everyone, welcome to FlavoredVivid. Today I've got, I think it's 6 or 7 different channeled messages here. I was up the other night and I couldn't go to bed. Well, I tried to go to sleep, but messages kept coming through. So whichever one you see is meant for you, and if you click on all of them, then hopefully there's something for you to gain. These are going to be short messages. But we're going to start with the first one, and that is that oil and water can share the same space, the same container, but they will never truly blend. Okay? They're made of different densities, different chemistries, different purposes. Water is adaptable fluid and takes on the shape of whatever it holds, and oil does too, yet even in their similarities, they naturally separate. They honor their nature. And that is what it's like moving through this world. When we stand beside countless souls, share environments, routines, friendships, communities, but that doesn't guarantee true resonance. Not everyone is meant to mix with you forever. Some people are simply passing through the same container for a moment in time. That is why it's vital to know who you are and honor your inner composition. Title of this reading. Okay, honor your inner composition. You can't force depth where there is resistance. A lot of people don't want to see things. They want to be around people that add fuel to their disillusionment. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to face guilt. They don't want to change. And that's okay, because maybe they're not meant to in that moment. Maybe you're meant to plant a seed, right? So that's why it's vital to know and honor your inner composition. You can't force depth where there's resistance. You can't pour your level of consciousness into somebody who isn't ready to expand. Density matters. And this is where we're talking about this a lot in all of our readings, right? You'll hear all these different channelers, tarot readers, spiritualists, whatever it may be. And we'll tell you guys like, oh, it's low vibration, it's high vibration. It's not in a way of insult. It's a way in consciousness, a way in density, okay? Oil and water are different densities. They can share the same container, but they do not mix, okay? You might have a little bit of a lava lamp effect temporarily, but that is it. Okay? It won't mix. It just does not mix. So density matters energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. There's 3 different levels, kind of like the mind, body, and the soul. Okay, the Holy Trinity, the power of 3. 3 cannot be broken down. It is a whole number. And that's why 3 is such a sacred number across everything. Whether you are religious or you are spiritual, 3 is a very sacred number, and it's because it cannot be broken down. All right, so you are allowed to rise, you are allowed to separate, you are allowed to float where the light touches. Trust the natural law of alignment. Somebody here needs to study the universal laws. You need to read the Kabbalion or something like that, okay? Or just refresh. A refresher would be great. I'm hearing the Emerald Tablets as well. You've heard me talk about that on my channel for like the past 12 years. The Emerald Tablets are very sacred. It doesn't matter how many times I reread them or subject myself to them. It's just this constant profound like epiphanies that come. It's this deeper level of understanding, that peeling back of that onion there. So even if you've read these before, refresh with them. There's a need for a refresh right here, because you're going into this new year, and that's where all these downloads are coming through. You're going into this new year and you're leaving behind all of these energies with the year of the snake. Okay, with the year of the snake, this is your shed, your final shed before you come into the true form. So what is meant to merge with you will effortlessly, and what is not will always find its way back to where it belongs. Honor your presence, protect your purity, and never apologize for mixing where your soul was meant to shine above. Splitting the deck immediately, we have the death card, okay? Again, you're the snake. Scorpios go through multiple transformations. They are death and rebirth. They are transformation, right? And one of their transformations is a snake, okay? It's not just like a scorpion or a phoenix from the ashes. They have like 7, is it 7 or 9? I forget, but they have a bunch of different animals that essentially they transform through. All right, and with the death card here, there's endings and new beginnings, 6 of cups in the reverse. You can no longer repeat these past experiences. You have the world card here, and then the 7 of wands. There's strong boundaries around you where it's like, no, you're not going to sit here and tell me who I am. You're not going to sit here and project onto me. Okay, it's like, I know where I stand. I know that I am aligned with the divine, and you can't come in and disrupt this energy. So I feel like you're in this like setting very heavy boundaries. You're respecting yourself. You're not tolerating things that you would have tolerated from the past, and you're recognizing this is just not aligned with me. Sure, we temporarily shared a container, but one person is oil, one person is water, and that's just it. It is what it is. Okay. Let me see what we have. Messages, please, for this collective. Messages, please, for this collective. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Cups in the reverse. I feel like there's a lot of people around you, collective, that are very impulsive. They act and then they think later, okay? They aren't able to have this like foresight of consequences that come from their actions. They aren't able to actually think in terms of long term because they're able to manipulate energies emotionally. And that's where emotional density really comes in, okay? There's levels of immaturity and it is low vibrational, but it's a different density of vibration. It doesn't mean that, this person is toxic or bad. It just means that that is consciously where they are currently aligned, and that's the lessons that they're meant to learn. It has nothing to do with you, okay? And I feel like whoever this energy is, or is multiple energies, multiple friendships, family, whatever it is throughout the year, Knight of Swords, you saw straight through it, okay? You were able to slice straight through it, and you're like, no, this isn't for me. I'm gonna say my truth, and then I'm out, okay? It's like you weren't gonna sit there and juggle these energies or try to prove that you fit in where you don't belong. You recognize, I can see that we're both in a container right here, but we're not mixing. That's it. That's all it is. It's nothing personal. I'm not going to personalize it or blame myself for it. Knight of Wands. Yeah, so you were out of there. I feel like you took action in some sort of way this year, Capricorns. Or I just said Capricorn. Sorry. Somebody wrote Capricorn here. Sammy. I'm blaming you. Do I do past life readings, Nicole? Yes, I do. You can just I would schedule a 1-hour consultation on FlavoredVivid.com. Also, that reminds me, until December 3rd, I've got my Cyber Monday deal going. I totally failed putting a discount or a deal out for Black Friday. Last week was a week of Friendsgiving and then family. I had tons of work. We had lots of events going on last week with our friends and going out. And so it was just a lot. And I just took the week off to be with family and friends. So I hope everyone had a wonderful vacation. Don't forget to take advantage of the 25% off of all services, 25% off of every single product. So each product is 25% off. It's not 25% off the total, okay? So I really hooked everybody up. There's 2 different codes. You can find them on my Facebook. You can find them on my Instagram, or in your email if you're subscribed to my website, FlavoredVivid.com. Okay, we have the Emperor card in the reverse and the 7 of Swords in the reverse. There could have been an energy. This could have been an Aries here because the Emperor does represent Aries, but it doesn't have to be, okay? This could have been a boss, a father figure, right? There was somebody who tried to have this like power struggle with you, collective, and they weren't making the right moves. If you notice, they're standing on a shadow, okay? It's like while they were playing chess, while you were playing chess, they were playing checkers. All right, they wanted to play this like game. 7 of Swords, they're in denial. 7 of Swords in the reverse is a form of escapism. So you were dealing with a lot of individuals this year who were trying to escape things and then have these power struggles with you instead of honoring and recognizing, hey, one thing's water, one thing's oil, and there's like that difference there. It's like they wanted you to personalize it. Okay, 3 of Cups. This could have been friends or people in your community, people online. It's like there was a lot of projection. I'm hearing there's a lot of projection, okay? And they didn't actually know you. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could have been short-term relationships as well. Maybe this was like a short-term lover or something like that. Okay, it was coming from somebody who's very ungrounded. They live very much so up in their head. They're not practical. They're very self-serving. or these people are. Four of Swords. Yeah. And I feel like you were just kind of sitting back in these energies and observing. Like you were very observant in these energies. You were very observant with these people. And that's where it's like you chose to, again, honor your essence, protect your purity, and never apologize for mixing where your soul wasn't meant to, where your soul is meant to shine above. Okay. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and argue or play these games. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you let it go on for a little bit of time. Yeah. The Fool card in the reverse. Aries energy again, babies. Lots of Aries energy, Scorpio energy here, Taurus energy here, but you just recognize that it wasn't divinely aligned. Okay. So it wasn't worth your time. You could have had this energy or people that's like, they wanted you to prove your worth to them. Okay. Now listen, people will unconsciously become, you know, jealous or envious, but they're not aware of it. They're not aware of it. But what they do is they put you on this pedestal and then they forget that you too are human. So what they try to do is they try to look for every single flaw. They try to dissect you like you're a science project, because then it helps them justify the inner feelings that they feel about you. Then they don't have to actually truly look at themselves. And that's what I'm feeling like this is going on here. Okay. It's like they wanted to blame you. They wanted to put everything on you. Seven of Pentacles here. They wanted you to like beg for them or, you know, make them feel special because they made you feel special. And this does come from a place of envy or insecurity or lack of mastery, of different density. Wheel of Fortune here and the Five of Pentacles. It was time for you to let this go, to just let this be exactly what it was. I will be doing yes, this is collective. I will be doing zodiac readings today. But first I'm going through like my 6 different messages just because these came through. If I don't have time for zodiac readings, because we do have plans later this evening, then I will do them tomorrow, and I do have the rest of this week. But I apologize, you guys. I run multiple businesses, and for those of you guys that really know me, you know I'm a very busy person, and I try my best to make space where I can. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be my multifaceted creative self, and showing up in ways that I can, and the capacity that I can show up, even if it's not as consistent as some may like. Okay. But anyways, you're letting go of all of this. You're recognizing and you're not personalizing here. I feel like some of you guys are going into a little bit of a hermit mode. Tell me about the Hermit card, please. Yeah, 8 of Cups. You guys might be moving or something like that, okay? Or it's like you could be processing a lot about like these past energies. You're kind of looking back over the year and you're processing all of these energies. You're recognizing, you know, like, okay, yeah, it was definitely time for me to leave this behind. Like I had turned my back on myself for a long time here, and, you know, it's not important for me to be here anymore. 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you're calling your energy back into you to step into this new beginning. It's a very powerful, beautiful energy. Okay. You're walking away from just anything that is not aligned to you, anything that was built on a false foundation, with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse here. Any false, you know, Page of Pentacles represents like a friend or an opportunity. Okay, so any false opportunities, any false friendships. 7 of Cups here. You recognize that everything is not an opportunity. Again, you are, I'm saying again, but I don't know why. But we have the 7 of Pentacles. You can see everybody's like offering her stuff. And if you notice, she's listening to herself. She's listening to her divinity, God, the universe, spirit. She's the one channeling here. So you are the person that is channeling all of these energies. Okay, well, everyone's trying to offer you all these different things. You're like, I'm going to do what is meant for me, what is best for me. And at the end of the day, again, you recognize here that oil and water can share the same space, the same container, but they'll never truly blend. And that allows you to accept these situations, release them with love, and tap into your highest timeline for you. This is the first of, I think it's like 6 or 7 different downloads. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 of them. I texted them all to myself here. So I'm going to go ahead and start the next one. I send so much love to you guys. I hope this resonates with whoever it does. I'm so proud of you. You have a very beautiful way of seeing the universe and how we navigate through life, and I love that you're able to honor yourself, and I applaud you for everything that you do. So congratulations as we move into this new year. Happy holidays, of course, and I'll see you in more collective readings or in your zodiac reading. Bye.